If you've known me for a bit, you would know that I love the Tata Safari and the Harrier. They're awesome to drive and I really like how they look, and that's despite the fact that they haven't gotten a major design change since they were launched. But now, Tata has finally given both the Safari and the Harrier a major update, and the changes can be summed up in two types. First is stuff that will actually improve your experience with these two SUVs, and second is more icing on the cake type of things. Now let's start with the quality of life improvements first, and Tata says they've retuned the suspension of the Safari for better ride comfort. Now if you've driven the Safari, you would already know that ride comfort was one of the strong points of the Safari, so I'm really excited to see how Tata Motors has improved this once we get to driving the new Safari. Tata has also said that they have improved the cabin insulation of the Safari, which is always a good thing, but a strange thing is that they haven't mentioned these two updates for the Harrier. Both SUVs do get 6 airbags as standard now. There's a 7th airbag on the top spec Personas. There's also a powered tailgate and a 45-watt Type-C charging port. On the inside, you get Tata Motors' new spec infotainment screen, and you get a fully digital instrument cluster with navigation functionality like we saw on the Nexon. And aside from that, you still get ADAS features, you get ventilated seats, 360-degree cameras, and all of the other features we've already seen on the Safari and the Harrier. Now let's come to the cosmetic side of things, and let's start with the looks. I'll let you make your own mind up on it, but if you ask me, I think both these SUVs, they look smashing. I think Tata Motors has done a really good job with this update. What they've also done is that they have differentiated the Safari and Harrier a bit more, unlike before where they were basically identical. If you notice, the Safari's headlamp cluster is placed slightly higher, the grille is a bit broader, and there is also a skid plate in the front, and that just makes the Safari overall look a bit more upright and a bit more imposing from the front. The Harrier has a new yellow color on the top spec Fearless Persona, and I'm not too sure about that color in the pictures. Let's see how it looks in the flesh. But thankfully, there are still dark editions for both the Harrier and the Safari, and I think they look really good. Now overall, I think they've done a really good job of updating the design of the Safari and the Harrier. They just cleaned and tidied up the lines, given it cool lighting elements as well. The interior also gets a significant update. I'll speak about the good stuff first. Firstly, ambient lighting, nice. Secondly, on the Fearless Persona of the Harrier, if you spec the yellow color, you have some yellow elements that carry on to the inside, which is kind of cool, I guess. There's also the new, shorter, much more compact E-shifter that we saw on the Nexon. That's now on the Harrier and the Safari on the automatic variants. Of course, there's also a new terrain response dial, which looks the same as the gear shifter on the Nexon EV, and I think that looks really nice. It's got that little display on the inside. Thumbs up on that. Two not so nice things. Number one is the steering wheel. I wasn't really a big fan of this on the Nexon, and I'm not really a fan of it here. And secondly, that piano black trim in the center, that is prone to scratches. And the same thing goes for the HVAC control panel. It's behind a piano black sort of trim piece now, which is going to be prone to scratches. Now secondly, they've made pretty much every AC control touch sensitive, which is 2 thumbs down in my opinion, but at least you still get physical toggles for the temperature control, and there is also dual zone climate control, so they've kind of tried to make it up, but still. Now what hasn't changed is the engine. It's still 2 liters, it's still 170 horses, it's still 350 Newton meters, and you still get manual and automatic transmission options. While the engine and the powertrain department wasn't really crying for an update, I really hope and dream to think of what a really properly fast Safari or a Harrier would be like, and sadly that's only a dream for now. Now bookings for both the Safari and the Harrier are open for a price of Rs 25,000, and like we saw with the Nexon, Tata has done away with the whole variant system where it was X, XM, XMS and whatever, and they are now switching to Personas. Smart, Pure and Adventure are the three common personas across the Safari and the Harrier. On the Harrier, you have a top spec Fearless persona, sort of a more sporty persona with that yellow color assigned to it. And the Safari's top spec persona is called Accomplished, which comes in that bronze color with nice gold trim on the interior as well. Now, like we saw with the Nexon, each persona has a unique color that's attached to it. You don't have to spec it in that color, but it is available. Each persona is available in one unique color. There are some unique themes on the interior as well for each persona, and even the instrument cluster and the infotainment screen have separate themes for each persona. And I think it's done really nicely on the Nexon. I'm excited to see how they are done on the Harrier and the Safari, and I'm actually really excited to be driving these two as well. We're going to be doing it fairly soon. So stay tuned to PowerDrift. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.